What's going on? Today we're at Bear Creek Preserve, right? So that's the full name? Bear Creek Preserve. Like never Natural Lands Bear Creek Preserve. We come out here in the winter a lot of times. This is gorgeous. Now yesterday was the last video where we got caught in that snow squall. So they're not supposed to be any snow squalls today. It's gorgeous out, blue skies. It's in like the high 20s, low 30s right now. It's supposed to get up to like the mid 30s today. And then it's gonna be almost 60 tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. But since we really only hiked about a mile and a half yesterday, we're gonna come back out and give it another shot. Bear Creek, always very nice. Well, that's pretty cool. I've never seen a place that'll just close for a day out of the week, just for maintenance and cleanup and all that. That's cool. So we are, the trails here are all marked by color. So we're gonna do the red trail. We're gonna work our way down to the gray trail, which is on the other side of the creek. But it's icy after all the warm up and cool down and rain and snow squalls and everything. The trails are pretty icy, so spikes are on. But man, look at this. This place is gorgeous. Got like, almost looks like a very tall pitch pine, a fir of some kind. It's a very diverse area. Got the maintenance shed up there, a lot of mountain laurels, and some oak and moss. That moss, beautiful moss. But we'll head down. We'll head over to those little waterfalls and across the creek. So it is mid-February, and you know, I'm from Pennsylvania. So I know all about the groundhog and Groundhog's Day. And everybody always freaks out about the groundhog. Dictating when the weather's going to be. Groundhog has nothing to do with it. The way it's seeming right now, the past week or so, starting to hear like spring songbirds and hearing high-flying geese coming back north. There's some local geese that will stay around, but some high-flying migrating geese. So we're heading into March here in a few weeks, and what I'm thinking is we'll get a couple more days like this where it'll be cold, like another snowstorm or two. It won't last long, but I think winter is kind of in the end of its stages here, and we're gonna start getting spring. We're gonna have more warmer days and colder days, I think. What do you think, Rock?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's only a matter of time before we go into mud season and then spring.
First mud season.
First
Mud season. We already had first and second spring. Third spring will be tomorrow, and then mud season will start. But so we're at our. Do you want to stay on the red? Or you want to go yellow? Because the upper yellow. Which one takes us to the falls? The yellow, right? Takes us right to the top of the falls, and the red and yellow takes us above and back around. I think.
Yellow takes us to the scenic overlook, which isn't necessarily a scenic overlook. It's nice, but the red takes us to the waterfalls, and then the red takes us down to the bridge.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Last time we were going to go to the waterfalls, but we skipped out and went that way instead. Okay. All right. So let's go that way. Stay on the red. Oh, you smell that? These trees are warming up. Yeah. So things you don't experience in a video is you can actually smell the trees when they warm up. I don't think this little creek has a name, but it appears to be spring fed. Just right up here, just kind of comes out of the ground. What's an aquifer? He crossed too quick. I was gonna get a video of it. So this is pretty icy here. We're up on top of the hill now, so we're out of those pines into deciduous forest. And it looks like it's hard to tell without the leaves. Some of these are oak and some of them are ash. So you can see some of this has been cut. So maybe the ashes are getting cut out of here. We did notice on the way in a couple spots where the forestry service has been coming through and cutting down all the ash trees, just because of those emerald ash borers. They're destroying the trees. So they've tried using chemical on them and pesticide and all kinds of stuff, and really the only option is like they did with the chestnut. They did the same thing. There's a blight on a chestnut tree, so they just went in and they cut them all out. So that's what they're going to do with the ash trees, looks like, and then try to starve out these beetles, and hopefully they go away. But they make a mess.
Blue skies and winter winds.
Yeah. Look at that. It's a clear, clear sky. So we're coming down a trail, got this nice log, and then right across the track, right across the trail here, turkey tracks. That's not a big turkey either. It's not real big. He headed off into the scrub. We're heading down. What do you got there?
Possibly 2 different coyotes.
Yeah. So we've been seeing a lot of canine track, and some of it's probably people walking their dogs, but canines tend to walk in their own track, so they don't give away how many of them there are. We've been seeing a lot of that. So, I mean, we know there's coyotes out here. But
Here we go.
sniffing for something. Is there a poop on that rock?
Is that?
I don't see it. That's canine. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Oh, that's snow. Just as we stopped.
Melting.
Starting to melt. Yep, it just warmed up enough where you can actually feel it getting mushy. But we're heading back down the hill. We're heading back into the mountain laurels, and we'll run back in to the red trail. So we did red and yellow to the red and green trail, and then we turned off on the green trail and we're heading back down the mountain, down towards the falls. There's a completely different ecosystem up on top of the hill. You can see it just change gradually as we go down. Yeah, I don't see a lot of people track out here, and there's a lot of canine track, fresh canine. I mean, there's people track, but it's not fresh. So that makes me think either somebody's got a dog nearby that loves to run around out here and you couldn't blame them, or it's coyotes.
like.
So I've been on worse. Got all these cool icicles on these runoffs. Yeah, this is a. Yeah, I mean it's a bridge. You get you across. So we're approaching the waterfalls and the lower falls, and we're at the, I guess what would be the aquifer, and you can't really see anything, but if I get you down to the ground, you might hear it. There's a lot of water flowing right directly underneath us, and up there, I don't know how close we can get to that. There's some ice flow coming over those rocks. That is awesome. It might be the last time of year you'd be able to see something like that.
That's melting too.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get close to that. Wow, that's awesome. This ice is barely holding on to these rocks. You can see it underneath here. This wants to fall off. If it hits the 50s tomorrow, this is gonna come down. So cool. And I doubt the scale of this, again, GoPro and all that. But that's probably 15 feet tall. Beautiful. 30 feet across. Whoa. The rocks move. So cool. Before you even try to step on that, if you want to get pictures. Because I don't know if you're going to be able to get across that without destroying that ice sheet.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is so cool, I don't want to step on it. Do me a favor. literally tossed that. How was that for a shot? So cool. Yeah, I just took one line and reached for that tree. Nice. Cool, we got to cross without disturbing that ice. I mean, it's gonna melt tomorrow anyway, but this is too cold for the next person not to see. Look at the gorge just cutting through the ice. Winding through. That is so cool. Back down off the ridge into into rhododendron, big leaf. The smaller ones are mountain laurels, small leaf. And we're right by the river here. There's some people, I don't know if they're coming out. We'll go walk up here and take a look at the falls. Just saw them over there a second ago. And then there's a suspension bridge, my favorite part. These are the little falls. Not much to them, but they're beautiful. And right down here around the corner is that suspension bridge. If it's still there. And those people I saw, they're on the other side. They're on the gray trail, that's where we're headed. This is gorgeous though. So the suspension bridge we're going to. The first time we came here, the bridge was, it was there, and it looked really rickety. And I went across it, Rocco came across it, but we probably shouldn't have. But as he came across, the trees it was anchored to were like moving. And then we came back a few months later and they had just taken the bridge down and they built a new one. Oh, the birds? Oh, you smell something?
Yeah. Birds, yes.
You smell birds?
I don't smell the birds, but I smell something. But then there's also birds.
No, it wouldn't be surprising if there's an animal down here. Like animal smell? Yeah. I mean, if I was an animal that lived out here, this is where I'd be. Gorgeous. Rhododendrons can be a pain to get through, but when you're looking through them, they're gorgeous. These get covered in snow, you're not getting through here. Does, or you can get through them. It takes 2 hours to go quarter mile. Oh, I just got a whiff of that too. Yeah, I just got a whiff of that too.
Yeah. Not sure what it is. Very musky.
There could be a deer bedded down in here, and you're smelling that, but it doesn't smell like. Bear's usually a little muskier than that.
Could be a fisher, right? Maybe.
Could be a fisher. Could be. I mean, hey, that's a chickadee making a spring call.
Yeah.
So that you can hear both calls, the chickadee and they make a Phoebe call too. Right there. That's their spring call. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. That's. We're not out of the woods. There'll be more winter weather coming, but that's a sign that things are going to be nicer than predicted, at least temperature-wise. Thought I heard a robin this morning too. All right, we'll go see if this suspension bridge is here. Primitive crossing is that way. We got to cross the rocks. This is the bridge. Yeah. So we split here. Purple trail goes out, and comes up. But this takes us to the suspension bridge. Oh, they put a few benches in now. That's nice. Purple and blue takes us to gray. Oh no, that's gray. Purple and blue, gray. That looks well traveled, so I assume the bridge is still here.
Well, I know those. Beautiful day.
Oh, the suspension bridge is gone. But there's a log bridge there. So the suspension bridge used to go across here. You can see all the anchors. But we had a really wet year. It used to be tied to this tree. And then the tree over there fell. Oh man. The suspension bridge. Oh, well, this will give you a little bit of an idea what happened. That is a thick piece of metal. That was one of those. So there was some force. That water tore that bridge right out. And I think they're just tired of replacing it. So now they just use logs. Does it move?
Well, the water moving under. I got my street done.
There you go.
The water moving underneath you. It's underneath you. Don't come on in.
That's good advice. Oh, and that rope's not attached.
No, it's not.
Oh, hey, that's a little sketchy. That changes things.
Yeah, right here. Grab on. You're good. A little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how about that, right?
Woo. Wow, that does not look sketchy until you get to there and you realize that rope doesn't attach to that.
Oh my God, that was something. And it doesn't look like it's bad, but
no. I mean, I still prefer the suspension bridge, but that was fun.
that was fun.
Wow. Whew. Yeah, the spikes definitely make that a little trickier. But...
Yeah.
Oh, there's what's left of the suspension bridge. I don't know if you saw the eye hook, the big inch eye hook that is straightened out at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, it got pulled out. It's probably down in the main creek now. So, all right. Gorgeous. That's different. That's definitely different, that bridge. But I can understand if they keep on getting washed out, you're not going to put, 10 grand into a bridge that's going to be gone in 2 months. Now we're on the gray trail. We head back that way. So we're up from that bridge, and Rocco turns around. He's like, that literally scared me. And he starts explaining this feeling, and I'm like, that's me with heights. And you only did like 10 feet.
And I don't have a problem with heights, but that rope was like this, and the water's moving under you, and my legs turned to jello almost.
I can't wait to see the footage. Hopefully I was in frame, because I know my face went from, this ain't so bad, to whoa. Like instantly.
Like I was fine until about halfway, 3/4, and then all of a sudden where you get that one spot. And
that guide rope's not attached to anything.
I was literally scared. I was like, okay.
This is where I fall into a freezing river.
This is it, yeah.
It's something. It's hard to explain. Like when I'm hiking and that fear of heights kicks in, it's hard to explain to people who don't experience it. So when something like that happens, I'm kind of like, now you know.
Yeah, my
Now
legs,
you know.
my knees were jello, and it was like a cold pain or a cold fear. Not
Yeah.
pain.
And you have no
like-
choice. You can't stop. You got to keep going.
Ooh.
Wow, look at this thing.
I'm glad that's over with. That's a gorgeous tree.
That is a gorgeous tree. So, hiking, it's always an experience. Wow, that thing's massive. Whoa. That's a big tree. There's a beautiful creek here. We're on the other side of the falls now. And you can definitely tell, like this was never really washed out before. There was a lot of water came through here and snagged that bridge. Maybe up to the right and by that next pine tree.
Oh, taking us back on here anyway.
Yeah.
Where we are.
Right up here.
That was interesting.
Purple and
Well, we
gray.
want gray.
Yeah, we want gray.
We don't want
So gray goes down to the water. Oh yeah, we've done that before. We've gone all the way up to the purple trail and cut down to here. Yeah, it's like feast or famine here with water or ice. That time of year. It's the thing about rivers and streams and creeks and stuff. When they flood, it changes. And I don't remember this being this open here. I do remember hanging a hammock in here one year. Look at that. That's all. That looks like a Catskills river right there. It's all torn up. This actually has a very Catskills vibe to it. The mossy rocks.
It's definitely changed though.
Yeah. Yeah. The river's done some landscaping, that's for sure. This ice is really hard. Spikes are slipping just a little bit. Look at that over there. Ice covered rocks. Yeah.
Last time we were here, this is all
flat.
all flat.
Absolutely gorgeous section of forest. You don't see many sideways waterfalls around here. That goes completely from one side of the river to the other. That's cool. Oh, this is the spot I was thinking of. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be. These little flat runoff here. I was expecting to be the entire thing. Well, I went through on both sides. This may have been here, but I really don't remember all that. This trail, this ice is, even with the spikes, it's hard to get grip.
Well, there's enough water to wash a tree down.
The wrong way. I don't think that tree didn't start there.
No.
That's where it ended.
No.
Wow.
The water had to be well over that.
Let's see. It's a little snowier here. Alright, so you see these tracks. I don't know if the GoPro is going to pick them up. There's the fronts. There's a little better look at them right there. Right there. That's raccoon. Raccoons are active. That's cool. And that's recent. That's like today. Like a little while ago that raccoon was there. Maybe the raccoon built that bridge. So we should really only be a couple minutes away from the upper falls. It should be, we're up in here somewhere. And there used to be a trail that went down where you could kind of overlook them. But with all the rain we've had and all the washout and the change that happened to the riverbank here, that might be gone. So we'll see. Wow. We just passed another huge ice wall back there, but it was maybe 25, 35 feet high. But the temperature's gone up and we both agreed, you get too close to it, that could just let go at any second. We didn't want to be underneath it. Alright, so the trail goes that way. There's a tree down across it. Watch out for that stick. All right, there it goes. Oh, that arrow's in the wrong spot. The turn is there.
Yeah.
All right, take a look at the water. I was just right there. Split us right here. Let's see if we can get down, see the falls. They're incredibly, there's still a lot of snow on this side of the valley. Probably good 3 or 4 inches. There they are. So Usually we come down the trail, takes you basically to the top of these falls. Then there's another little set over here to go up, and you kind of walk out to them. You can't get quite out to here, but we went a different way and avoided these falls in the beginning. The ice floe. It's gorgeous though. That water's deep. That might be, I don't know, at least 6 feet, maybe 8 feet deep right here. It just drops. Be a good swimming hole. I don't think they want you swimming in there though. Oh. All right. I don't know. Let's look at it. I'm gonna go catch up with Rocco. He's already heading up the hill. It's a little bit of a climb. I'm gonna catch up with him, and then we got a little bit of a ridge hike, and then we'll be done pretty soon. Well worth the hike out here, though. So this is that climb. I don't know, 15 feet. A little icy. Without spikes, that'd be sketchy. And I come around the corner and Rocco's waiting up there. He's like, "You need my pole?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good."
Keep recording.
Keep recording?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, this is that last like overflow crossing, I think, right? I think this is the last spot we were really concerned about. Yeah. Whoa. Holy shnikes, that ice is hard to grip into. All right, I'm in some snow now. That ice, my spikes weren't gripping. So, if you're winter hiking and you got micro spikes, it is important to remember, spikes only give you additional traction, but they don't make it foolproof, and it's easy to get that false sense of security. This ice is like glacial ice. It's that hard, so the spikes don't want to grab into it. Let's see if I can record and climb this without sliding. So I'm looking for these kind of areas here. There's a little snow on it. Let's have a little traction, and then using the trees as grips. Spikes are like four-wheel drive. They don't make you infallible. Doesn't mean you're not gonna have an accident. This means it gives you another tool to avoid having an accident. A little bit more. Oh, we're not even to the water crossing yet. We still got a minute. But this is no joke here. If you slip, if you slide this over here, that drops a good 35 feet down to rocks. So
I slipped a few times in here.
yeah. Wow, man. That ice is no joke. Get up here into the softer stuff, which is no guarantee because there could be ice underneath it. I know that probably doesn't look steep on the GoPro, but that you're gonna play forced plinko, bouncing off those trees on the way down. If you're lucky, you won't remember when you fall in the water.
Isn't this a great trail?
You gotta, winter hiking is a different animal. It really is. You gotta have a little adventure in your heart to do this. Because on the most mundane section of trail, it could be the end of your existence. One slip and you're just done.
You slipped over there, I mean, you're not stopping.
You're done. Toast. Toast. I mean, we joke around, we laugh, and we're having a good time around here, but we're very well aware of our environment, our surroundings, what our capabilities are. And even sometimes that is not enough. Alright, I think that's the end of the treacherous spot. Till we get to the water crossing. Oh, so that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's not rock on phone, the falls. There was a very good possibility that there could be water from here all the way across. That's what I was afraid of. This isn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh no, I think we've been here where it was worse.
Oh yeah.
I would err the side of caution and go over here.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you go over there and you slip, you're going way down there. We're this close to the end. Might as well not fall off the side of the cliff. That's just gorgeous. All right, we are now back to our second bridge crossing, and this one is nowhere near as sketchy. Although those people we just passed did not appear to be wearing any kind of spikes, or traction, or anything. There we go.
Probably should take the spikes out.
Oh, you'll need them over here. Yeah, it's a little sketchy with the spikes on. That rope is actually attached. Are you good?
Well,
He's got bridge right now. I know that feeling. That last bridge was sketchy as hell.
this.
Alright, we'll let him compose himself. Talk to you in a minute. Alright, as you can see, we're both safely across the bridge.
I had to put a boy to pull.
Yeah, it's narrow. You got the spikes on. That rope's at a really low angle, like really low. It's in a weird spot. And then the water's moving fast, and after that last bridge, he's just like, this is gonna be sketchy. But
that was like heaven compared to the first river crossing.
that first one was sketchy. But now we just got a little, maybe 3/4 of a mile through the deciduous forest here, up the hill back to the parking lot. And that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a fun hike. Bear Creek Preserve, man. This place always is just such a beautiful hike. So nice. All right, to the car. See you in the next.